Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty and the Frizz. My name is Cara. Whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for another day of Frizzmas. We are going to be playing with the new Blend Bunny Cosmetics Machina palette. So if that sounds good to you, keep watching this video. Let me know what you think. And if makeup is your therapy and your love, if it makes you happy and you want to hang out with someone that feels the same way, definitely consider joining the community. You know I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So how are you? I hope you're doing well. Welcome to the infirmary. August is now not feeling great, so you know how that goes. So I'm trying to figure out if I am going to be able to attend work tomorrow. So I did go to work today, which is Wednesday, because Monday and Tuesday I was out sick. And I'm like on the mend, but it's, you know, I have a steady cold. Like we go together real bad. I'm gonna stop saying that, but I like saying it. But August came with me today, and like at the end of the day, he's like, I'm not really feeling well. And I'm like, but he's in there having his hot bath. He asked for a hot bath. So I just want to start and film this intro, see how far I get in the video. But I'm really excited to play with this palette. And this palette is probably the most special release for Blend Bunny Cosmetics. If you are not familiar with Blend Bunny Cosmetics, this brand came on the scene when? A couple years ago? Maybe a year ago? With the original Blends palette, which I have here. Y'all don't hear me talk about blends a whole lot. I know you don't, because this is the only palette I had up until recently. So let me tell you about my little stint. This palette right here, top 10. I'm calling it now. I'm letting y'all know. Do I mention it a lot? No, because I am not always using matte palettes. If I need an all matte palette that has like colors, that has transition shades, neutrals, this is it. There is no need for me to buy any other rainbow palette for mattes. This has everything I need and then some. So top 10 palette in my collection. Do not talk to me, okay? No, I'm just kidding. The second palette that I have from Blends was the Dollhouse palette. I have a video on the Dollhouse palette. I don't think I really appreciated the Dollhouse palette. I think at that time I don't think I was really doing neutral stuff. Yeah, I just wasn't. So I ended up selling it. And now I'm kind of like, damn, was that a mistake? It might have been. I do know that Blends has changed their shimmer formula since the Dollhouse palette, so let me know how you feel about the Dollhouse palette. I'm willing to repurchase. I've done it before with Glam. Now, third palette that I got, haven't even touched it, but I got it for Black Friday. It was always one that I was watching, but when the color story revealed, I just wasn't 100% sure about it, especially because these are larger palettes. But this is all me right here. Sugar and grunge, anything that has grunge in it, I'm interested in. So I haven't done anything with this palette at all, but y'all, I can't wait. It is beautiful. And the whole thing with me and Blends is about the color story. Now I can make any color story work, but is it my color story? The other palette that I want, but I only opted to get Sugar and Grunge because I was doing a lot of damage for Black Friday, was all done up. I did not get that one yet, but eventually I will. Now the other thing I fell in love with Blends is the lip oil. I have three now. I have the blue one from Sickly Sweet. I have the black one from Sickly Sweet. And I also have, this one is from, I think this is from All Done Up maybe? I can't remember. But it's like a reddish tint. I love these. They remind me a lot of the Dior lip oils if you like those. Recently they had them on sale for $5 and I thought that was great, but otherwise they're $12, which is absolutely great and I really like them. So now let's get to this most recent release, which is Machina. I saw the packaging right away and just was really vibing with the packaging and the concept. And this palette was created by Maggie, who is the owner of Blend Bunny Cosmetics, with her dad, who recently passed from cancer. And I can't think of any other way to, I don't know, honor somebody you know, I'm not saying it with a palette, but they were working on this vision, and I think to see it realized is a beautiful way to honor someone that we love. I just thought this was great. So I'm going to read this card because this card came in the inside, and I think this is the first time that something like this has been sent in a Blend Bunny project because of how special it is. And then we'll get into some details about the palette and have some fun. So it says, for my dad, for the ways you believed in me, the ways you encouraged me, the ways you saw me, and the ways you loved me. My dad's mind was the most magical place. To know him was to know a world that had a whole other wondrous side to it. This palette was a work in progress while he battled cancer with majesty and grace. We passed the time and distracted his mind with talks of this palette, the artistry, the concept, and the colors. We wanted to create a story, a robot or AI that glitches into gaining human consciousness and feelings. The task of curating the color story, now alone, trying to bring in the two sides of the sci-fi theme, human and robot, and making sure to include the colors my dad mentioned was very difficult. I changed his color story multiple times as it was so important to me to get it right. Hey, he's out of his hot bath. And I'm so pleased with the final palette. A huge thank you to an artist I've admired and loved for years, who took this project on with no hesitation and created exactly what I envisioned. Isabel Staub, you made absolute magic. We hope you love this one as much as we do. Thank you for the opportunity to share these things with you. And that was on the back of the card, and I'm just reading this for the first time. I wish I had read that ahead of time. Okay, because woo, that was a lot. Okay, let me get Mr. Hot Bath together, and I'll just let y'all know right now. He came out the bath talking about I'm cold, and he was chattering his lips and then looking in the camera like, sir, no. I had to cut it out. Like, we don't believe you. We need more people. Like, no. All right, let's get into this. So if I didn't say it already, in fact, I know I didn't, Blend Bunny Cosmetics is an indie makeup brand. They are vegan. They are cruelty-free. And this palette has a 12-month shelf life. I love how they have the logo for the cover art on the back of this palette, so we know. I will show you that up close. This palette, I think, was $45. If it was something different, I will put it here somewhere. All right, so Machina. So it's like the sci-fi side versus the human side. Here is the back. There's the logo for the artist and then the palette information. So I think this packaging is so beautiful. And I'm going to be honest, I was not expecting this color story. But when you hear the whole vision and how it's about like this robot AI side meshing with nature and the human side, you can clearly see it. So when I look at this palette, initially when I first saw it, I was like, like it kind of took me aback because the packaging for me matches this side of the palette. So when I look at this palette, I see two palettes and two sides, and you have 24 shades. So you have these 12 that is the human side, and then you have these 12, which is like the robot AI kind of like industrial, I'm thinking, shades. All right, I'm showing this to you because I'm about to turn this camera off and swatch, because I just really enjoy having the palette shown in pristine condition. And oftentimes the way I film, I do things a bit out of order in the way that they're going to be shown in the video, but I really just wanted to show it to you like this. Yes? Would you like something to eat? Yeah. Okay. How about this? Look at me. I want you to put on a shirt. Why? Because you said you're cold.
I'm just getting my bed.
You gonna go get in your bed?
Can you bring the food up?
I can bring the food up.
Yeah, right here.
I don't want anybody to be like, oh, look at him, he's really not feeling well. Did you see how he looked in the camera with them puppy eyes? I'm about to get his pizza because I'm not, I'm not going to be swatching in while he's chattering cold. But yes, also, one other thing that I want to say is that, see, that made me lose my train of thought. Oh, I was going to say, I love the setup of this palette in like 2 palettes, right? And we have somewhat of the Blend Bunny signature gradient. I'm giving her signature gradient credit. I'm sorry. Now, she may not be the only one that has ever done that, but as far as in my makeup life, blends is it for me as far as the gradient, as far as the structure, as far as being able to see light to deep, and how she coats her brushes, because she coats her brushes the same way, like with which ones to use for the deepest shades versus the lightest shades. I was trying to pull out some of my brushes, but you know how that goes when I'm looking for things. I can't find them. You have the gradient here, and I love that because Sickly Sweet threw me for a loop. And I know brands are entitled to do whatever they want, but Sickly Sweet, woo, that threw me for a loop. I was like, I can't even see right. You know what I mean? Because I was just looking for the gradient. I love the gradient. Okay, that's just me. I think that is signature to the brand. Like I said, I credit her with doing that. I'm gonna take care of my child and swatch. And then I'm gonna, I'll come back with some commentary about the swatches. We'll do a little B-roll. And then we're gonna do 3 looks with this Beauty here. And I'll let you know what I think. Okay, I forgot. I did not do the whole situation for here. But look at this color story, y'all. I tried to swatch the palettes separately. So just take a look at these close-ups here because it is beautiful, swatched beautifully. This silver shade on the left is actually from the other side of the palette. So let's get to that. Here's our industrial palette. I'm looking real creepy in the background. Cyborg is beautiful. Actually, I think I prefer this side of the palette. It is just fantastic. 2 hours later. All right, y'all, let me turn this up just a taste. I have a vision, okay? Just pretend you see it. The last time I had a vision with the last palette, what was that? Adept 115. I tried. I'm doing it on both eyes because it's just not going to be the same if I don't. So I'm going to take Rubber 27. Okay, this is the shade I want, okay? This one right here, Circuit. That's what we're doing. And we're going to do the Refer 27. I know y'all said smaller brushes. I might. I already love it. Okay, sorry. Calm down. I did put a little bit of my Hourglass Mood, what's it called? Mood Light. Put a little bit of that in the brow bone area. Ooh, y'all. I love it. Sorry, but I do. I don't know if okay, I go through this every time. I don't know if I have a shade like this. Do I? Is Ghost Town USA? Is there a blue like this? Just trying to think of anything cool tone I have. Oh my gosh. I always love my blends matte every time. Every time. Now where this look is going is the issue. Just know the vision is there. The vision is here. Execution, I don't know if it's going to be great, but then you can, take the rest on yourself, because I'm just here for the inspo. Just here for the ride. Thanks for the ride, lady. This is a nice shade. Now, I don't really do a lot with white shades, but we took the white, which is Precision. I'm not going to show it because it's white. Ooh, okay, hold on. This is going to help with my vision. Just a taste. See how it's just making it soft? Now, I'm still working with this. So if you already know this strategy, you can probably do it better than me. So then you just go ahead and do that. Because I like when people give me suggestions. Like, I will not be offended. I'll be like, oh yeah, thank you. I'll try it next time. Okay, so now Motherboard is a little bit deeper. It looks really deep right there. Actually, let's not do motherboard yet. Let's not. We're not even going to do that yet because no, we're not ready. We are not ready for motherboard. What we are ready for though is, I mean, we're going to be bold today. I'm going with whatever comes to mind, and I'm going with Switch, which is going to be used and enjoyed on a BK Beauty 201 brush. You got to be a little careful here because I only want to keep it right here. I don't, oh no, okay, I got to be careful here because I just want to keep it in this small area, just right here. Okay, I haven't used blends, shimmers in a very long time, since Dollhouse. So I'm not going to use a primer or a glitter glue. I just want to see what they look like. I'm going to go ahead and enjoy Sci-Fi, which is here. Let's just see. So this one has some transparency, I would say, to it. And you can definitely wear it by itself, but it's going to be very pretty as a topper. If I put the yellow, let me just see something real quick. Let's just see before I even start saying stuff. If I put, there's a switch all over the lid, and then put this on top, I just wonder, oh my gosh, why is this not in focus? I'm just putting switch. See that? Ooh, okay. Now let's see what happens if we put Sci-Fi on top of switch. Yeah, I think I like that better. And it's fine by itself, but I see a slight difference with the base being already, you know, colored, having that yellow base. So I'm gonna go back and do that on this eye. And these mats are like, why did I do that? I just messed up what I did. Now we'll put Sci-Fi on top. All right, stay with me. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay. Ooh, it's like Sci-Fi. Going into motherboard, which is deeper, and now I think I should switch. So let's just take this What's Up Beauty 105, R105. So I'm gonna go into diode. I think it's diode or diode. Yeah. August and Mark are about to do too much because they like. I'm just going back into circuit, just a little bit here. Let me look at it from afar because I can't tell. It is getting there. Y'all see what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna go into AI. I'm just trying to figure this out. Taking a Refer 27 brush. I'm doing it from afar because I can only tell from afar if it's going to do what I need it to do. I think it is. Can y'all see it? So I'm looking for the transition to the blue to not be harsh. If that makes, well, that does make sense to me. And so I need a lighter blue. Like the yellow straight to that deep blue was just not, it was just too much. So I'm bringing this AI shade right on over. So can y'all see it, how that looks better? I'm trying to master ethereal grunge. I really am. It's not easy, and I'm really trying. Oh my gosh. It's hard to get the blue like pinpointed exactly where I want it to. We're pretty much there though. All right, let me zoom back in. It's right there. It's right there. I'm gonna go into this shader brush from What's Up Beauty, and I'm gonna go into circuit. That's this one here. Just know I ride with them goons. Going into Switch, which is the yellow. Inner corner, Lloyd. Oh, you know what I'm going with, y'all, because we need something spectacular. Cyborg, which you know I'm gonna be using again, but this for the inner corner highlight. Yeah. This, ooh, this kind of love is big business. Look at that. Yes. I'm so happy right now. I think I'm happy with this. I'm going to put on my mascara and give August a charger, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. I just been sitting here. I don't rate my looks, but if a look is my favorite, I'll know it then. I can tell you looks that I've really, really liked that I've done, like offhand. Sydney Grace New Year's Gala bundle. I love the look I did with that. Nomad Royal Europe. Nomad Ghost Town was a standout. The Adept Purple look was a standout. Element 115. There's another one I'm missing. Oh God, Xenon and Danessa Myricks. What? This goes with the list. I'm so sorry. This, my friends, is the vision that I was trying to create with Element 115 with the blues. I just needed some practice. And when I sat down to use Machina, these were the colors. I knew I was going to put these two colors together, and I was like, it's going to be tough, but you can do it. I'm also not pressed for time because it's 9:55 at night, which is very sad. But this, all of the blues and the blending, this paid off because there is an ethereal situation that's happening here. Now, it's not perfect, but this is a favorite. It's around the edges. It's the blend from the yellow shimmer to the silvery white shimmer with Cyborg. It's the, oh my gosh, yes. This is what I'm talking about. I'm so happy with this look. Blend Bunny. I don't know what y'all are doing with the mattes or what you're putting in them, but you whatever it is, please don't lose it. Blends has been consistent. I don't care if this is only my third palette. Consistent, and I've had my blends palette for however long it was because I got that one right when it came out. So yeah, I just left the lip oil on. I didn't change anything, didn't add any blush, didn't spruce. We need no sprucing. We need nothing, okay? Now I'm wearing the Victoria Beckham Navy Noir liner. So it's navy blue matte with my Pat McGrath Dark Star mascara. Oh my gosh, I don't want to take this off. I'm gonna have to find something else to film because it's just not fair. This is great. And see, so glad I did not do one look on each eye because I wouldn't have had, it's the whole feel here. See, it's even, okay. Yes to this look. Let me know what you think. I'm gonna have to do two more. Not have to, but I want to do two more. I mean, there's so many possible looks with this palette. Creative juices are going, but they're about to be going to bed. So let me know what you think about this. I am very happy with this. I'm gonna stop saying that. Let's go ahead and get into some more looks, y'all. All right, y'all. It's like 10 o'clock. I'm going into look number 2. Let me tell y'all, okay, I'm still going with the no foundation. I'm going with Tasha. I'm gonna stand beside her. Natasha Denona color corrector and concealer. I can't even talk straight. Gucci bronzer number 4 today. A little reddish around here. Bohemian Girl. RMS Beauty. A little bit of Chanel sculpting for a highlight right there. You can see it there. Lipstick. I have on Maybelline Vinyl in Charmed, and then on top of that, the Natasha Denona lip gloss from the My Dream collection, because I don't need to have all that on, but that's what I got. So I don't know if y'all can see him. I forgot to dry his sheets. So plus Tyrone is in the basement with the COVID. So last night I invited Marky down for aggressive cuddling. And now it's August's turn. So I ended up taking off work today, which is Wednesday. And I'm not sure what's going to happen tomorrow because August, we went to work on, no, we took off, today's Thursday, took off Thursday, missed, we missed.
I'm going to the airport.
Oh, he's playing Roblox. I'm like, what are you doing? You know, they have Bloxburg, so they have like houses and they have a whole little life. Anyway, missed the staff chorus concert. It was the band and chorus concert, and then we sang. But that was not happening today. It's unfortunate because, you know, I go to rehearsal every week, but no. So I did go to work Wednesday, and we got through Wednesday, and like at the end of the day, August said, Mom, I'm not really feeling good. And I could look at him and tell he wasn't. So then we got home and he literally went right to sleep. And I'm like, oh, this isn't good. No fever, no COVID. We've been testing. So none of that. But I don't know what it's going to be like in the morning. So this morning I'm like, after last night, no, not going to work. And I don't want to spread germs. That's the thing. I did wear a mask on Wednesday when I went. My thing is, if you don't feel good, I'd rather people stay home. Yes, it sucks to have to find coverage and things like that. And no one ever makes me feel bad, like at my school now, about taking off. But at one of my old schools, they will put you on the phone with the principal, like to explain why you couldn't come to work. And then they make you feel bad. They be like, feel better. Like, you really weren't wishing me well. I mean, maybe, kind of, but not really. It was like,
why is your hair?
Let's get into this look.
Mom.
Huh?
There's hair in the bed.
I don't know. You were on that side. I mean, I've been thinking about this palette, and I've been having some ideas for looks. I'm just not sure. Because part of me wants to combine the human side and the robo side. I'm just not sure how this is going to go. We're going to try it, though. And I am recording. And I'm going to stand beside it because this is what was in my mind. So I'm just going to go with that. I'm going to start with the shade Error Code, which is this one here. I'm definitely nervous about this. But this is the look that was in my mind.
I don't want to disturb her.
That's nice.
I have one on. Just don't tell anyone. Hold on.
Just break. They just need, I'm telling you, on weeks where we have a whole week to go in, they need to shorten it, give us a half day. They really need to do something for us because this is torture. And we're only allowed to show a 30-minute movie tomorrow. And then I'm supposed to teach. It's like, how is this gonna work? And I'm not 100%. I'm just not. All right, so my plan with this bright pink, this is a plan, is, and I might end up having to take it off if I don't like it, because this pink is a little brighter than I wanted it to be. This is the shade I want to go into though, and I don't know how this is gonna go, but we have to take chances, make mistakes, and get messy. That's what Miss Frizzle says. And you know what? Miss Frizzle's who I'm riding with. Y'all already know that. That's where Beauty and the Frizz comes from. Alright, here we go.
I was nervous for the concert.
You did a great job at the concert.
I went through the parachute. Agent Starks.
Alright, this is a pretty good blend. And I'm telling you, to blend colors like these together, I think it looks pretty good. It's not muddy. So we're either going with, Mortality. Let's take a look here. But I think it's going to be Conduct. Conduct is going to be conduct's going to be the one. However, I think we need to put it over error code. So let me just put a little bit here. I cannot believe the blend on these shades right here, because they don't go together. I think that's amazing. I think this would really be like one of the only palettes I would ever feel comfortable doing a all matte look. Yeah?
Remember you said business?
Business. This kind of love is big business. Yeah. Big business. Like, because even this is really pretty to me. It's like a watermelon. Whole slab I kill for. Alright. Let's do conduct. So conduct reminds me of a little bit of a pink to gold duochrome shift that's not showing up when I do that. So I'm gonna stop doing it. Oh, this is a yes. I already know. I can already tell it's a yes. Alright, so those are that's the shimmer, not those. And the next thing that I want to do, so digital was this shade, this green. So now I want to go into machine. Yeah. So machine is this one here, the deeper green. And I'm going to go, I might go back into that fluffy brush, but I'm going to do the BK Beauty A504. Just because I don't know what I want to, how much I want to put. But I know I want more depth. And I want to merge, oh yeah, see? I want to merge the green and the pink shimmer. Now this is an example, I just want to say, because there's been a lot of discussion about indie makeup brands. But this is an example of an indie brand that I know of that may not hand press their shadows, but their mattes are different. They're different than the other indie brands that I know, that I've tried. And the reason why they're different is because of these mattes. I am not always comfortable doing color mixes like this look or the last one, but anytime I've used my blends palette, and that's the only one I can talk about because that's the only one that I've used multiple times, there's something about the mattes that blend just seamlessly, and I love that. That's why I really like blends. As I said before, it's just always been a matter of color story. If it doesn't appeal to me, you know, I don't want to just get stuff to just get it. When I do play with the blends palette, and now playing with this one, I could probably like all of the palettes that they create, or that she creates. This is a pink and a very mossy deep green, and that looks good, well, to me. And then I'm going to go back into digital, which was the lighter green that I started out with, and just kind of bleed it out here. This makes me really want to order all done up, because that's the one palette from them that I want that I don't have. Because my friend Jamie, she has an extra surge. Well, she bought an extra surge, and she's going to give me her original one, so I don't have to order surge. But all done up, that's one where I'm like, ooh girl, you probably would have really enjoyed those shades. I really like that. All right, let's go to the lower lash line, and I'm gonna stick with digital. You know what would have been pretty? Would have been to take a pink and just put it here first. I just already started with the green, so we're gonna stick with that. I'm gonna go with the deeper green, which is Machine, just right here. And I went a little low here, so just gonna try to blend. All right, now we need an inner corner highlights and an inner corner highlight brush. I'm just gonna take this one here. Let's do Mortality.
Mama,
This one here. Yeah,
my headphones is itching.
they're itching. Oh no.
Huh?
I'm almost done. You about to go to bed anyway. Alright, that is our look. So let me come back. I think I'm going to use my olive liner from Victoria Beckham and then my mascara, and I'll let you know what I'm thinking about look number 2. Ooh, look at it from afar. I'll be right back. Alright, you guys, I'm back with the final look, second look, and I love it. So I use actually the Natasha Denona Macro Tech Eye Crayon. This is the shade Willow. So it's a matte green. And I do like this one. That's it. I have on the Pat McGrath Dark Star Mascara. So I did kind of plan out this look, but not the whole thing. I knew I wanted to cross the human side with the sci-fi side. And I think I accomplished that. And I love it. It actually is really tropical in a way. I was just thinking like flamingos and palm trees. Yeah, that's what I think about this look. And I like having a really nude kind of lip to go with it because this is a bold look for me. So I like to have the nude lip. I love nude lips, but with a bold eye, I think nude lips look so good like that. So, oh my gosh, it is 10:22. Like I'm literally washing my face off and that's it. So let me know what you think about this look. I have to say I'm really excited to do the third look because this one and the first were just so good. There's so many looks I can do. I hate only doing 3, but I also want you to, you know, see the video so you can decide if this is something that you like or if you have it that you kind of have an idea of how you can use it. So let's get into look number 3, y'all. Hey y'all, we're back for look number 3. And I just want to tell you a couple things I have on my face. I did put a little bit of the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin Foundation on. And for blush, I used this Dior Rosy Glow blush in the shade Mahogany, which is really deep on me. Like super, super deep. So I tried to cover it up with a mixture of blushes from my Hourglass palette. And then for lipstick, just trying to pull out my stuff. I have this lipstick from Tom Ford. It's in the shade Joe, but this is dry. So I don't know if it's old or is this just the formula. And I just have a lip pencil on with that. But I love this lip combo. I just need to use a different lipstick because I might be going in the trash. All right, let's get into look number 3. I already edited the first 2 looks. Oh my gosh, I really like them both. So let's do this. I'm officially on break. I did not go to work today. It wasn't happening. August it just wasn't gonna happen. And I ended up actually picking Marky up from school early, so they're finding trouble to get into. That's what they prefer to do. I'm gonna go into the shade Attract here. I'm using my What's Up Beauty R104 brush. I'm just going to place this in the transition area, like the inner transition area. If you have this palette or any of the Blends palettes and you have a deeper skin tone, let me know how you feel about these pastels. Do you feel like they show up? Because you know certain brands have pastels that show up really nice if you have a richer complexion. I would love for you to chime in about the pastel mattes from Blends. That's all I'm doing with that. Probably should have taken this over just a little bit. Now a lot of this is going to be covered up because I plan on getting a lot more depth out of this look in particular. I really want to go into Enamored. Oh, that reminds me of my friend Enamored Beauty. Hopefully she's in the chat. All right, let's. Ooh, this is pretty. Yeah, wherever Maggie, who is the creator of Blend Bunnies, wherever she's getting her mattes done or whatever, you know, process or looking after procedure she has for this to make sure that they are consistent and same formula, same blendability, she's got this down because is every time. That's why I don't know why I don't have, well, I do know why I don't have more palettes from Blends. I was talking earlier about the color story, but every single time I am just wild every time. See, 2024 has to be about the ease. It just has to be, because that's what it's about. Like, nobody has time to be putting on finicky eyeshadows that you don't enjoy the experience of putting on. You're taking your time to do this. You know, you want it to be a fun experience, as this one is. I'm thinking that I want to go into a deep purple, because really oxytocin is which would be the next shade. So let's do a little bit of that, because I just want to see what it looks like. I'm going to take this angled brush, but I'm not going to do the whole inner corner with it. This is from Melt. Let's just see if we can sweep it into the crease right here, because you can see that. And this is what I'm talking about with the gradient. Why the gradients. Oh, now you want to take a bath? Yeah. Well, you're going to have to wait until I'm done. You're going to have to give me 5-10 minutes. Ugh. Are you going to run the water yourself? Yeah. Oh, great.
I'll help.
That looks good. It doesn't have to be perfect. Oh, there's always got to be into something. You don't want to let Marky do nothing by himself. It's cute, but Marky is capable. Okay, that's, oh my gosh. Now what I want to do next,
Marky, what are you doing?
Is I'm going to take this blend brush, which is the B2. Let's go into Flawed. So Flawed is this blue here. Alright, I'm going to put this in the inner corner. I'm just going to build it up some. The pigment on these shadows is really wonderful, and it's so easy. You know, I'm still working on my priority brands list. I'm hoping that video is going to be up before the new year. Next, I'm going to take a What's Up Beauty R109 brush. We are going to go into Emote here.
Look. Okay.
You can't what?
Just took our bath.
Marky.
You can't sign, but you know what you need to do? You actually need to get a wipe, which is right there, and wipe your phone.
Marky,
I'm not doing anything till you clean your phone. I don't think Marky wants to make faces for fun. I don't think he enjoys that. Going into a track. I'm sure Marky said he needed to take a bath so he could get away from his brother. Alright, all that so we can use Cyborg. So we're going to just use Cyborg as is on the lid. I'm not even going to use it with the glitter glue. I just want to see what it's going to look like without anything. Y'all, oh my gosh. This would be so pretty over a deep base, like that navy, the motherboard or circuit, even the gray. I mean, this could be a topper for any of the shades. It's very transformative, I would say. Take a little bit of Conscious. It's right there. Blend the purple into the blue. I'm not going to be able to decide on a favorite look from this palette. I really like all three. And I already know I'm going to like how this one turns out. Going into Conscious again. Now let's go into the lower lash line. Didn't really use these reds, so we'll have to come back. Gonna go into Flawed, which is the purple that is on the inner lid. And just connect that. I have not wrapped one present. That's okay, because I know it'll get done. Alright, for the remainder of the lower lash line, I'm actually thinking about going into Motherboard. Let's do a combo of these two, Motherboard and Circuit. I'm gonna film Purchase or Pass after this as well. So I haven't even really paid too much attention to the makeup launches today. All right, that looks good. I'm just gonna take, and we need our final inner corner highlight, and I think I'm gonna go into AI. This is what I'm thinking. I just want to share, and this might be getting into the final thoughts a little bit. I really enjoy not being overwhelmed by shimmers and multi-chromes and duochromes, because I'm having so much appreciation for Cyborg. Is it a duochrome shift that I've seen before? That wasn't even Cyborg. This one? Yeah, but the way it can be used in this palette, I don't know if I would have really been giving it its flowers, I would say. You know, sometimes we get overwhelmed with duochromes and multi-chromes and holochromes, and I don't want to say that they're overrated, but sometimes we don't need all of that, because look at this. We don't need it all the time. So I am really loving that this is a $45 palette with all of these spectacular mattes and really good shimmers, and you know, a couple shifty shades. I am 100% fine with that. Let me go ahead and get my liner and mascara on, and I will be back to finish talking about this palette. I'm back with the finished look, and I have my exposure a little high while I was filming, so I'm gonna zoom in and show it to you so you can just see the colors accurately. I really love all three looks. I can't even choose which one I like the most out of the three. I think they all turned out really beautiful. So let's go ahead and get into the final thoughts about our beautiful Machina palette. First of all, I need to do some type of palette ranking or top 10. What do you do when you have these new palettes that creep up at the end of the year? Because this palette has exceeded my expectations. I already expected this palette performance-wise to be a 10 out of 10. Initially seeing the color story, I was definitely like, ooh, a little bit stumped, because I told you this look right here is this packaging, right? And I thought the whole palette was going to be like that. So to see this industrial and scientific type vibe on this side of the palette, it really threw me. Like initially I was like, I don't know if I like it. The more I heard the story behind the palette and looked at the two sides separately, I was really drawn to this side right here, because I already knew this side, this was going to be easy for me to work with, but this one I was like, oh, this is going to take some creativity. And I also remember saying to myself, I'm not going to cross the two sides, and I definitely did that in two of the looks. You know, I use shades from both sides. 10 out of 10 for me. Performance, color story, creativity, uniqueness. This is definitely, and comparing it to the blends color story, it's still different. Are there some similar mattes in here? Sure, but I'm fine having both of them. This Machina palette to me is a completely different vibe. See if we can hold them up side by side. I mean, of course you have a few overlapping shades, but I don't really care enough to compare them, to be honest with you. I don't, because both of these are great, and I'm happy to have both. Let's look at Sugar and Grunge again. I mean, this one to me is completely different. Are there probably some similar shades? Maybe. I don't know. But again, I really don't care. I am happy. I'm really happy. I'm really into this palette. I'm into the performance. I think that even someone that is a beginner with colorful looks, or just eyeshadow in general, I just think that this palette is so beginner friendly. I used natural hair brushes. I used synthetic brushes. Like, it's not the type of palette where it's like, oh, you need to use this type of brush. No, any brushes will work. Any of them. So the ease factor, 10 out of 10. The other thing is the variety. All three looks were completely different. And sometimes I'm not looking for that in a palette, and sometimes I am. And when you get that, it's different, but then there's still cohesive elements to the palette in a way. this is a job well done. And Maggie, I hope that you know that your father is smiling about this palette. Like, girl, you done did that. This is exactly what we were planning together. I am certain that he is saying that because you see his side here and you see her side. You see them both. Often for me, the story behind the creations really get me. And this one really got me because I think that when you lose somebody that you really love and care about, but you are able to have something to remind you of that person or keep them going, or something that was their vision, like this palette, and all of us can share in that. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that. That's all I can say without being emotional. Like, thank you for feeling brave enough and courageous enough to share that, because I am very happy to share in this vision with you, and I think a lot of people are. So that will be it for this video. I am really thrilled about this. Yes, thank you so much, because I know this was a thorough one. It's a long one, but thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another day of Frizzmas. We have 2 more videos left, and I cannot believe it, but I hope this was therapy for you. This one definitely was for me. And until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice and stay safe. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.